I'm Joel Gordine, and this week we're going to talk about Virtua Fighter 5. I'd like to think that this blog will give people who aren't as familiar with the game a little more insight, and give people who know a lot about the game a little more detail on what happened in the isolation and elimination challenges. Virtua Fighter 5 is a very precise game. It has a huge international following, but it's not that big in the US. And I was talking with the US champion from the WCG finals this year, and he was saying how he hopes the show will increase the following for the game and the community. When Dante played in the isolation challenge, he came with the idea that he would gain a little ground on his opponent by using the joystick to kind of dip back and forth in. Notice how quick the character is. Now this is set in training, so the computer is going to follow me no matter where I go. But remember, in a real match, moving backwards very far gives you a wide view and you can get away. He then relied on these long-range strikes, which are high damage for Kagemaru, who's normally a pretty low-damage character. He relied on this strike here, which comes with 2 feet to the chest, and this strike here, which hits low. And the two of them alternating, it makes for a pretty strong offense, because these moves are high risk in that they come at the opponent and leave you potentially open, but they're very fast and they hit really hard and do a lot of damage. One hits low, one hits high, so it's difficult to defend against this. The computer seems particularly weak against these attacks. The other players came in without a strong strategy. There were only 2 players that were quite excellent at the game, and that would be Jamal and CG showed great promise, interestingly both with Pai Chan. They both did very well when they did their practice run. But when it came down to actually running through the route, they came across an AI that was very forceful on their 4th opponent. The artificial intelligence was just really ready to fight, it was blocking everything. It happens. The computer on a fighting game is very difficult to predict. So sometimes it's better just to exploit its weaknesses. And that was the problem with the Isolation Challenge, and that's what led Dante to victory here. Let's take a look at something that we saw a lot in Isolation Challenge. Here's an example of what I thought was kind of dull about the people playing Sarah Bryant. I saw a lot of this right here. Okay? So if you see the game footage, you'll see a lot of this move and then finishing with the knee. This is 3 punches in a row and then a kick at the end. Not to say it's a bad string of moves or a bad combination, it's just very easily defended against. What I was surprised by is when people repeat these sort of strings over and over again. Virtua Fighter 5 allows you to easily defend against it, whether it's with a counter or whether it's by blocking and actually defending against the move or by pushing the move away. Virtua Fighter 5 gives you all these options. You can also circle around your opponent and avoid moves. What was strange is that this combination chain was repeated so often by the Sarah Bryant players. It was amazing. Followed by a couple more flashy moves, but none of them are really varying striking high, middle, or low. Not saying I'm surprised that Amy won. I'm just saying I'm surprised that Kelly wasn't prepared for that triple punch knee combo. So, good luck to Amy, but I think she's going to have to practice more if she wants to get further in the competition.